Okay, for like the next 6 houses, this is my street, all of my neighbors, and by this point, this was Sunday morning, and the snow had really come down overnight. Like I said about in the other 2 videos, this is part 3. If you haven't watched them, I highly suggest you watch 1 and 2 first, and then come back to this one. But anyway, it really came down overnight. We got about 10 inches overnight on top of everything we've already had all day the day before. And so, you know, my piles were really starting to build up. This one here wasn't too bad. I'd only plowed this one a couple times, but you'll see throughout the rest of this video how much it is piled up in different areas. Some of my driveways, I have some pretty large piles stacked up, but I'm definitely, now that you know, this is the first big storm, like I mentioned in the video I made the other day, where I think I titled it Plowing Snow Western Pro Series 2. For those of you that don't know, I bought this plow brand new in September of 2018, and here it is January of 2019, and this is the first time I've really gotten to use this plow. So, you know, going from a Myers for years and then Boss plows for years, this Western really wasn't much different. It's a little bit different. There's some things that took some getting used to, but all in all, I'm really starting to like this plow. It does a really good job. I'm loving the back drag edge that's on it. That thing's phenomenal. I wish I would have had that all these years before on the Myers plows and the Boss plows. It really does make a huge difference. So it's definitely something I've gotten used to and I like a lot. This is my buddy's shop. I haven't plowed this throughout the whole storm. The storm was finally over by this point. We'd gotten, I think, 14 inches, 16 inches, something like that in certain areas, and this hadn't been plowed at all. All of my contracts, I've plowed 3-4 times by this point. But this one, they were closed. I wasn't worried about it. I didn't put it as a priority. And I just do it to help my buddy out. He helps me out a lot with other things throughout the lawn care season. But it was deep here. It was well over a foot deep. And it took some work to get this lot cleared up. But by the time it was over, it was nice and scraped down. And now they can get in, to do what they need to do come Tuesday when they go back to work. But, they have vans and cube vans they use for the business, and they're not four-wheel drive or anything like that. So, they'd have had a heck of a time getting in this parking lot to gear up to go out and do their service work that they do. It would have just been a nightmare for them, but I was able to get it cleared out and get it all pushed up, and pretty much the only spot I could find to push it, everything's open on the other sides, and it goes to another business next door, so it wasn't like I was able to push it over there. Okay, so like I mentioned, parts 1 and 2, there was going to be a few parts to this winter storm, and this is the third and final part. There will not be another one. This is pretty much the end of it, but I had hours and hours of footage. I have had to speed up and cut down and break into multiple videos. For those of you that have not watched parts 1 and 2, shame on you. I'm just kidding, but you definitely need to go back and watch those parts first. And well, if you made it to this point, you're really not going to see them first. But go back and watch parts 1 and 2, and you will see how the snow is built up and the size of the piles, and you'll just be able to tell everything by the way I'm plowing it, and you'll see everything leading up to this point. But crazy storm, and I'm glad it's over, and I'm ready to just take a break from snow plowing. So that's pretty much it, but thanks for watching, and thank you for following all these parts of this little adventure, and stay tuned for the next one.